Lord Tunde Mose. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I want to recognize also the Vice Principal Academics of Greater Tomorrow International College, who is on seat with us in person of Pastor Abimbola Wahab. Thank you very much, sir. Of course, we have the Vice Principal, we have Administration College.
The last year edition was held on 30th June 2023. I'm very happy to inform you that all the students that participated and benefited are in their various universities within and outside Nigeria, studying courses of their choice, and they are doing very well. Can we put hands together? Just like the MC said, I want to sincerely appreciate the founding father and the visionary of this great citadel of learning, who initiated this program and has been providing all the best support for the program to continue for its far-reaching positive effect in all participating students. Dear students, it is my pleasure to once again welcome you to this. You are on the threshold of a new chapter in your life. I'm honored to be a part of it. Our theme for this year's edition is fortification against social vices. Why do you need to be fortified against social vices? You need fortification because you are you've completed the work, almighty work. You've written the exam and passed, and you are just a step to the university. And you have everything that we have. So for some of you female students, you wear even bigger than mine. You have everything it takes to be a mother. This is the stage where we parents and old school. of the first time to an higher institution, a society larger than what you are living. You are prone to fall prey into the wrong hands or the wrong company. The essence of this program is to guide you and fortify you against all these harsh situations in our contemporary society. As an student of Greater Tomorrow International College, you have been well groomed and guided academically, socially, and morally. You have been well equipped with all the necessary virtues you need to excel and withstand any situation in life. I want to charge you to be an agent of positive change. This society we find ourselves in today is full of different characters and personality. We have the good, the bad, and the ugly. You must be careful at all times in your social interactions and judgments. Life after school is organized to do the following. 1. To prepare you for future challenges so that you will not be caught unawares. Make you focus on your goals and maintain good grades throughout your days in the university. This program is to open your eyes to some hidden social vices on campus and society at large, to teach you how you can avoid them, to teach you how to maintain and retain all the values that have been instilled in you over the years you have spent in the school, and to be a good ambassador of your alma mater, Greater Tomorrow International College. This program is to teach you how to keep your head firmly on your neck and shoulders. Where others are losing their head, you don't lose yours. You keep yours firmly on your head. Let you know that you cannot join multitude to do what is wrong, because you should be the light in the midst of darkness. This program is to let you know that craze for pleasure can turn potential kingdom stars to slaves and servants. Greater Tomorrow students, you have been well groomed. This program is to let you know that you are potential stars, kingdom stars, so that you don't lose your footing. When one loses it, miss it in life, a king can be turned to slaves. May that not be your portion in Jesus' name. You are high achievers. Eagles don't flock with fowls. Eagles fly and soar. They soar higher. The fowl peck sand and worms, but eagles fly. They soar higher and higher. See yourself as eagles, and your place is to soar higher and higher. Don't turn yourself when others are misbehaving, when girls are out there parading themselves nakedly. You should know that you are different. When they feel what their parents can provide is not enough, they need to cut corners. You have been well guided to be contented with what your parents can provide. And where you cannot, when what they can, you work for it. You look for other means to make money without laying down for anybody to rubbish your youth. Be attentive. Pay attention, because we have people, experienced people that are here to impart into your life. Whatever you gain today, guide it jealously, because it will be a guide for your future. It will be what you will refer to later in life. And where you want to miss it, you will remember, I've heard this before. You may not need it now, but for the journey of life, you will need it. Greater tomorrow will prepare you for the road, not preparing the road for you. This is part of what we are doing, and that is the essence of life. After students of Greater Tomorrow, be attentive. Make sure you gain something. It's not just about looking good today. To the glory of God, you are all looking wonderful, beautiful, and handsome. I appreciate you. They have invested a lot to make you look beautiful for today. It's not all about the food. It's not about the music or the dancing, but get something out of this. Oh, it's part of it, right? No, it's not all about the food, okay? It's part of it. But what you want to gain out of this program is most important. I know food is part of it.
Thank you. You may be seated. You have heard so much from our dear mommy. And she has made it clear to you that today, Greater Tomorrow is doing one of those things that will prepare you for the road. And I want you to realize something, that preparing for school and preparing for life are two different things. But here at Greater Tomorrow, group of schools, will prepare you for school. We also prepare you for life. And that is why every one of you that is here, you are at advantage. While the opening remark was being given by our dear CEO, we have another guest speaker of ours that we've been waiting for, expecting. She's a mother, she's an academic, she's a senior lecturer. Just to let you know again that anyone can become anything that he or she chooses to become, irrespective of gender, background, race, or whatever it is. And that's why today we have our dear mother here. She's a senior lecturer at Adekunle Ajasin University, Akoko. My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dr. Mrs. Shola Ibekohi. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you, ma'am. Most likely, one of the reasons why our sound men have been removing the plug and putting it back, they remove it, put it back, is because I have not recognized them. Pardon me for not doing that. Mr. Alfred, thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you so much. A round of applause for Mr. Alfred, if you want your mic to work. And our dear students that are there with him, thank you very much for doing a wonderful job. Right away, we want to move to the first speaker, the first lecture to be delivered in this occasion. I told you before that we have amongst us here, amongst our guest speaker, is a barrister, is a seasoned lawyer. I also made it clear to you that he is a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court. He's a notable lawyer. And to cry it all is the school lawyer. He will be the first speaker on today's occasion. My dear students, with a round of applause, let's make welcome to the podium Barrister Ojo Ayodele. A round of applause for him. Thank you very much, Barrister. Keep clapping until he gets here. Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Thank you, sir. With profound respect and great humility to the founding father of this institution, Sir Chief James Lawal Olatubosun in absentia, the principal, Chief Mrs. Mujisola Lawal, the VP Senior, the VP Junior, the principal, the school college, the vice principal, the school college, the HODs, members of staffs, the senior boy, the senior girl, prefects, students, and all other protocol duly observed. I know Mr. Samuel is in charge of the mic and the public address system here. I know the joke that the MC crack is just a statement by the way. So I know Mr. Samuel is going to be of assistance to us. The topic that we have this morning is on consciousness of your personality and what the society expects from you. I know this topic will help the outgoing students in shaping their life in one way or the other. So we expect each and every one of us to listen carefully to this topic, because there is no how you are not going to gain one or two things from the topic. When we talk about consciousness, what do we mean by consciousness? Consciousness is the individual awareness of its or our own unique thoughts, memories, feelings, sensations, and environments. Essentially, your consciousness is your awareness of yourself and the world around you. Consciousness means your thoughts, what you feel about your environment. Is what we refer to as your consciousness. I know the lecture is going to be a kind of interactive section where you are also permitted to ask questions from me about the things that you don't really understand. And I've also taken time to, if you check at the back of the lecture paper, I've written some things. I'm going to break down one or two things that you might not really understand still, because I don't want you to learn. Then this awareness is subjective and unique to you. If you can describe something you are experiencing in words, then it is part of your consciousness. Your ability to express something that you are imagining in your mind, in your thoughts, is also part of your consciousness. Consciousness can also be defined as the sense of consciousness. There is difference between conscience and consciousness. So we are now looking at it that conscience can give birth to consciousness. And that is what we mean by conscience can be defined as the sense of consciousness of the moral goodness or blameworthiness of one's own conduct. Intention or character together with feelings of obligation to do right or bad. Your ability in life to do right or bad can form part of your consciousness. Choosing between that road that is wide open and the one that is narrow, it can be part of your consciousness. Because in life, I read one poem when I was in secondary school, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost makes us to understand that in life there are two ways, and that is how it has always been. It's all about choice.
the wide one and the narrow one. The wide one leads to destruction, while the narrow one leads to eternity. And the wide one, you might not really understand. It's full of maybe people like that smokes, drinks, people that steals, armed robber, people that lies. It, it contains unethical issues, things that are very dirty. That is what we mean by the wide road. People that tails that road, that like they drink, they kill, they smoke, they rob, that is the word, the wide road. But when we now talk about the narrow road, those are the people that do things that are very proper, that is normal. So your ability to choose between right and wrong, it's also form part of your consciousness. Then we now talk about in the legal palace. That's what we call legal palace. When we talk about legal palace, we are talking about law. We have two types of consciousness in the legal palace. And the two types of consciousness we have in the legal palace are referred to as the menstrual and the atrostrous. The menstrual, and the atrostrous. Now, what we mean by the menstrual is the guilty mind. Is the guilty mind. When you have done something and you know that thing is not normal, it's not right, there's something that we just continue to tell you, prepare you in your mind. You won't be happy. You will just be feeling guilty. You will just not be comfortable. That is what we refer to as the menstrual act. But the physical guiltiness of somebody's act is what we refer to as the atrostrous. What did I call it? Atrostrous. The physical guilty mind of someone is what we refer to as the atrostrous. For example, when armed robber, or maybe they decided to attack someone and the person died, because is it not because of the robbery that death took place? So for someone to die, you can see the corpse on the ground. That is what we refer to as the physical guilty side of it, the evidence. But the guilty mind is the menstrual. So your consciousness can form part of your menstrual and your atrostrous. Perhaps consciousness reflects our own ever-developing capacity to design and resolve moral challenges in daily life. It is dynamic shape of our moral self that we develop like muscle through us. What we mean there was that consciousness develops in our muscle, it flows in our vein, it forms part of our daily activities from day to day. Consciousness forms part of our daily activities. Then we now talk about professional consciousness. Professional consciousness applied to our callings. As a teacher, you have what we call professional consciousness. As doctors, we have what we call professional consciousness. As lawyers, we have what we call professional consciousness. Professional in our professional conduct. As teachers, lawyers, lecturers, engineers, pharmacists, name all the professions, we should have professional honesty. We should be truthful. The role of consciousness in our daily life is very important because it's more than just instinct. Our consciousness is a moral muscle by forming us of our value and principles. It becomes the standard we use to judge whether or not our actions are ethical. When we say something is ethical, it means wrong or right. For example, we have ethical issues. Let me give you a very good example of ethical issues. When you say something is ethical and unethical. I'm going to give you an example of unethical issues. For instance, Because I know some of you will become doctors, you become lawyers, pharmacists, engineers, teachers, and so many other things. A teachers that go to the examination hall to cheat for the students, that kind of an act is an ethical issue. If such a teacher is arrested or caught, we refer to it as an ethical issue. He has breached the code of conduct. Then, for example, I remembered I once handled a case on medical negligence about 6 years ago, on medical negligence, where a doctor performs an unethical issue. Like if he performed an operation due to greed, he simultaneously operated a woman twice in a day, and they couldn't stitch the internal part of the body very well. The woman bled and the whole body was pale. When we say somebody's body was pale, it means white. There is no blood in her system anymore. All the blood was supposed to be flowing in her system were stored in her tummy. And the doctor did that in order to get plenty of money, so that he can claim a lot of money from the woman, supposing the woman survived the operation. That operated the woman twice. Ordinarily, we ought not to do that. The woman died, and we have to take the case to medical dental council of Nigeria, that is MDC in Abuja. They are bodies that regulate the activities of medical doctors in Nigeria. So, we trash the mental health. It can make somebody to lose his certificate, his license, the license to operate. It can make the doctor to lose it. It can make you to forfeit your certificate. For example, if you are, whenever you are graduating, maybe from this college or university, your institution will tell you that you want to present your certificate to you, that you have been found worthy in both character and learning. They don't present certificate to you that you are the most intelligent student. They present certificate to you in any college or institution based on the fact that you have been found worthy in both character and learning. Our consciousness is a moral muscle. By informing us of our value and principles, it becomes the standard we use to judge whether or not our actions are ethical. We can call these two rules ethical awareness and ethical decision making. Let us try and be ethical in our dealings. Let our conscience always form part of all what we do. The reason why I'm trying to explain is that I want to meet up, because I'm trying to explain what you mean by consciousness to us. Then thereafter I'll go to society, I go to personality, then we now come to the main issue. We start fleshing them out. We have three types of consciousness. Certain consciousness is the complete absence of doubt in whether our decisions are good or bad. The first type of consciousness is what we refer to as certain consciousness. Certain consciousness. That certain consciousness is a kind of consciousness that has no doubt about every decision you are taking. You don't doubt it at all. That is why we refer to it as certain consciousness. The doubtful consciousness. The doubtful consciousness is the one that limits our ability. We doubt it, we know the decision we are taking, they are not normal. Then we have the third one is delicate consciousness. It's very meticulous and careful about our decisions. When we say something is meticulous, we are very careful. Then we have duties and advantages of consciousness to life. It helps generally to do what is morally good. The specific pertaining to consciousness is to form it and is to do it before God. What one can do to avoid making mistakes when one judges perspective or past choices by standard of what one thinks to be morally true. The main duty of consciousness is that it assists us to do what is morally true. The reason why our larger society is like this, I know you are going to go to the world now. Very soon you will understand what I am saying. Many times in a week, I sleep in a hotel for like 3 days, 4 days. Most of the time in a week, I'm not always traveling. I'm always traveling. You sit down in the hotel. I'm always in the hotel. And not just for fun, unofficial. I've seen boys of 16, 17, 18 years of age. Girls of 15, 16, 17 years of age with them also. Why? Because they are into illicit arts of trade, like Yahoo that is popularly known. And I continue to search in my heart. Does it mean that these people don't have conscience? Does it mean that they don't have conscience? Does it mean that they don't know all this art is still going to affect them in their nearest future? For the fact that nothing goes forever. People that work for money, they pray over it for them to sustain. Talk less of someone that don't even work for it. So how can a boy of 16, 17 years lodge in an hotel for 1 week, 2 weeks for no reason? Just leave their house, go there and start drinking and stay in hotel. These are things that are not good. It's morally wrong. Professional consciousness means, as applied to our calling, medicine, lawyer, teacher, etc., honesty in your profession. We have once said that we should be honest in our profession, in our various calling. I always tell people that there is no profession that is not good. If you are sweeping, you can become a billionaire through it if you are honest with it. If that is the only thing you are going to gain on this issue of consciousness. In our professional callings, we can become anything. If you sweep very well, you can go and sweep for the governor, you can go and sweep for the president in the Aso Rock. Let me give you a very good example of somebody that got a job. The person graduated with pass in University of Ife. And he happens to be a science student, but when he was offered admission into university, he was admitted to accounting department. I think he couldn't cope, but at the end of the day, he managed to graduate with pass. In Nigeria, if you should graduate with pass in such courses, your chances of getting job is very slim because you have professionals in that field. People that have ICANN, INA, so many other qualifications. And talk less of people that have first class, second class, upper, second class, lower, third class, and you just have pass. So the chances of getting a job is very slim. But just because this guy is disciplined and he remains focused, I know him very well, this person I'm talking about. But one way or the other, he was connected to someone and he got a job in a very highly placed in Nigeria. I don't want to mention the name of the place. But today I can confirm you that he moves with presidents, he works with presidents. So you can become anything in your professional calling if you are honest. Then if you are honest, the sky is the limit. Every individual in their profession should have a conscience that will help and guide his or her action to perceive what is right and what is wrong on the strength of perception to control, monitor, evaluate, and execute their actions. We are still on this issue of right and wrong. Most of the issues in the society is that many of us, we don't know our right from wrong. I know some of us here now, you'll be copying B because you wanted to go and study medicine, and you don't have capacity for it. You don't have the calling for it. But your friend has the capacity and he has the calling for it. If you should go that line,